Sports to the bone family. Rain, 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 rain. Yes, my people, pure rain. I tell you why I went to church and came back and said that I was going to check to see how the Jamaica Talawas did against Barbados Royals. Only to see that the game was abandoned without a ball being bowled. Rough, man. Seems as if we're going to get more rain than actual cricket in this year's staging of the CPL. Anyways, weather permitting later on tonight, we should see the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots going up against the St. Lucia Kings. And we're going to take a look at those squads. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about New Zealand getting the better of the UAE in the third and final T20 game of their series to secure a series victory. Also, going to talk a little bit about the World Championship. We see Oblique Seville, the Jamaican sprinter. He actually did pretty well to make it to the final, but missed out on a medal as he actually placed fourth. So just give a listening ear until the end and let me know what you all think in the comment section. Remember, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, you are missing out. You need to go ahead and subscribe. See? Alright, so let us just go straight into later on tonight. So we should see the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots going up against the St. Lucia Kings. I doubt we are going to get any cricket based on how the weather is going on. But in the event we get any cricket, I just want to quickly highlight my pick 3. Remember, we're doing this thing where I just pick 3 players that I think will have a good impact on the game. And the idea is for me not to pick the same 3 players every time from the same team, or just pick the 3 people that you think obviously going to dominate. So just calling it pick 3. So St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. And before each game, I like to remind you guys of the squad so you can know what's going on. For the Patriots, we have Evan Lewis, Andre Fletcher, Sheffield Rutherford, Dominic Drakes, Sheldon Cottrell, George Lyde, Yannick Caraya, O'Shane Thomas, Corbin Bash, Dual Brevis, Joyd Gooley. We have Naveed, Kofi James, Joshua Da Silva, Ashmi Ned, John Lane, and Ambati Raidu. So those are the players that we have there for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. For the St. Lucia Kings, we have been talking about this squad for a couple of days now. So quickly, Faf du Plessis, Johnson Charles, Sean Williams, Alzari Joseph, Raston Chase, Daria McAllister, Sikandra Raza, Peter Hatsuglu, Raja Kapak. Well, he's a temporary replacement. So Chris Soul is the one that is there. Roshan Primus, Jever Royal, Sadrak Discarte, Kyrie Pierre, Leandra Julian, Matthew Ford, Kimani Milinos, and McKenny Clark. So those are the players there. Now going straight into it for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, my pick 3 for that, I am going Andre Fletcher. Yes, I'm going Andre Fletcher, and I am going O'Shane Thomas. Andre Fletcher, O'Shane Thomas, and so Andre Fletcher, O'Shane Thomas, and I am also gonna go. Who else should I go? Let's go Ashmead Ned. Let's go Ashmead Ned. We're not going Rutherford nor Evan Lewis. I selected them in the last game. So Andre Fletcher, O'Shane Thomas, Ashmead Ned. And remember, this is if they play. We don't know if they are actually going to make the playing 11. But if they play, I am just picking these 3 to have outstanding games. So those are the guys. For St. Lucia, we're going with for St. Lucia now we're going with who should I go with for St. Lucia now? For St. Lucia we're going with Jair McAllister to be good with the ball. Jair McAllister to be good with the ball. Discarte, we're going with him. We think he's gonna be good in this game. So those are 2 players. Yeah, so we have 2 already. And Kyrie Pierre. I wonder if they're going to get Kyrie Pierre a game. So Kyrie Pierre is the next one if he plays. So those are the 3 players from the St. Lucia Kings that I am backing. So that is my pick 3. You can go down in the comment section and let me know your pick 3. Alright, and the idea is to not pick the same 3 players every time that you think will dominate, So that's my pick 3 there. Moving on. So earlier today, just continue to monitor the channel. You will know whether or not we're going to do a live watch along if the game is on. Moving on, so today we had New Zealand going up against the UAE, and that was for the series decider. And New Zealand, they were very comfortable in victory. They scored a 32-run victory. So New Zealand batted first and they scored 166 for 5 off their 20 overs. The UAE, they got 134 for 7 off their 20 overs. So batting for New Zealand, they got 56 from Will Young, and Mark Chapman, he made 51. Right, Mitchell Satner, he made 20 off 11 not out. So those were the pick of the batting there. Sadiq was the pick of the bowlers for UAE. He picked up 3 for 26. Now when it was time for the UAE to chase, they lost wickets at regular interval, and the top scorer was Afazal Khan. He made 42 from 36. So he was the only one that really provided some resistance. Basil Hamid, he was left not out on 24 of 28. And they got 16 from Sharma at the top. Those were the only. And Arvid, he got 12. Asif Khan made 11. Nobody else got into double figures as New Zealand came out victorious. Now bowling for New Zealand, Benjamin Lister, he took 3 for 50, 3 for 35. Kyle Jamieson, Mitchell Satner, and Ashok, they took a wicket apiece, and that is how it went, my viewers and subscribers. So New Zealand securing that 3-match series 2-1. So shout out to both teams there. All right, some World Championship now, my viewers and subscribers. We know that the guys are there representing the Caribbean. Unfortunately, we missed out on a medal there in the 100 meter. Oblique Civil, who run extremely well in the semi-final, he actually was able to get the better of the defending champion Fred Curley. So he qualified in the semi-final, went to the finals, and was placed 4th, so missing out on a medal. He actually was credited with the same time as Julian as Zarnel Hughes, if I'm not mistaken, of 9.88. But he didn't get a medal. He ran a very fast time in the earlier part, running 9.83. He said his coach was asking why did he run that fast in the rounds. He said that he didn't even realize that he would have gone that fast. But coming down into the final, he was unable to really produce. In the hurdles, Rashid Broadbell fell, so he didn't go too far either. Where the 100 meters is concerned for the ladies now, we have quite a few ladies there that made it through to the semi-final. So we have Sherika Jackson, I think Morrison, Shelly Fraser Price, and so so we have that to look forward to. But it doesn't seem as if it's going to be an overly fruitful championship for us. But anyways, that's one of them things them are people. We're going to leave it right here so for now. Just continue to monitor the channel, and you will know how things are actually going to go for later on. Sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Big up.